Hi everyone, the next step today is to actually take our test score fraction, turn it into a decimal, and then turn it into a percent and a letter grade. To do that, I have a special guest. Yes, I do. Hello. Well, hello. Who are you? My name is Patricia. I am the percentage princess. I will help you find meaning out of numbers today. Well, that just sounds great, Patricia. I will get out of the way so that you can help everyone. Thanks, Lindsay. You're so weird. I know. The first thing you'll need is a piece of paper and a calculator. If you have a smartphone or a phone with a calculator today, that's great. I've written out a worksheet so you can follow along. The first thing you want to put on your paper is Exam 1 score. Everyone can write fraction to decimal at the top. Everyone should record whatever fraction they got on the test below the word fraction. The number in the red circle represents the number of points that you scored correctly. Please do that now. To calculate the percentage I'm jumping ahead. To calculate the decimal, what you need to do is take the numerator divided by the denominator. The numerator is the number on top in the red circle. Please divide it by the denominator, which for everyone will be 120. I've provided an example below. Next to mine are two examples of decimals that you can get from dividing your numerator by your denominator. Thanks, Patricia. I'm going to step in for just a minute to help explain this one. So if you take a look, guys, you should get a 0 point something and you'll get lots of numbers. Now, you may not have the 0, but if you see the decimal, you can put the 0 here. Now, I want you guys to count 3 over from the decimal. 1, 2, 3. Take a look at this number. This number is going to help you either round up or round down. If your number is 5 or above, you're going to round up. So 6.666 can actually round to 0.67. If the number is 4 or below, you're actually going to round down. So instead of rounding up to 0.63, we're just going to stay at 0.62. So let me go over that one more time. The third number is where you're going to look to round. If it's 5 or above, you take this second number and take it 1 up. If it's 4 or below, you leave it just the same. So take a minute and see if you can find your decimal. I want you to record the decimal up to 3 numbers, and then I want you to record your final decimal that you got with just 2 numbers after your dot. So I want everyone to take a minute and do that. If you have questions, please raise your hand. Lindsay will help you. Our second step is going from a decimal to a percentage. Really? Is that easier? Yes, it's actually so easy you could do it without a calculator. I can? Yes, you can, but I'm not good at math. It's okay. Everybody can do this. All right, I don't know if I believe you, Patricia, but here we go. I'll let her take it away. So to go from decimal to percent, draw a line on your paper, and below the line write decimal to percent. That way you know we're on this step. Go ahead and record your decimal below the word decimal. So if you notice, I'm continuing with my example of 0.67 or 0.62. To get a percent, all we have to do is multiply it by 100. You don't even need a calculator. All you have to do is move the decimal place 2 spots to the right, since we are multiplying by 100, and 100 has 2 zeros. So if you look, 0.67 is 67%. 0.62 will be 62%. It's that simple. You don't even need a calculator. I feel so gosh darn smart. Everyone, let's take a look at this. According to Patricia, If we just move the decimal point 2 over, we have our percentage. So I want everyone to record the decimal that you got. If you need to see my full paper, remember we've already gone from fraction to decimal up top. We're re-recording our decimal. We're going to times it by 100 and get our percent. So everyone take a minute and circle your percent. Look, we're going step by step. We've already done our first step. Now we're on our second step. Math is awesome! Thank you, Patricia. I know Claudia, Vero, and Myra would be super pumped to hear that. Our last step is the easiest step. You want to look at your percentage and equate it to a letter grade. How do I do that? Well, look at your class expectations. If you ask Lindsay what letter grade your percentage is, she may freak out and stab you in the eye with a pencil. Okay, Patricia, give me an example. I will. Continuing on from our previous example, the third part you want to write on your paper is percent to letter grade. Just go ahead and copy down your percent from above, from up top, and draw an arrow and identify what letter grade. Obviously, a 67 and a 62 is a D. If you don't remember your percentages, look at your class expectations in the front of your notebook. Wonderful, that's so helpful. So all I really did was 3 steps. I divided in the first step, we multiplied by 100 in the second step, and then we just looked at class expectations to find our letter grade in the third step. That's pretty simple. Yes, it's very simple. Now Lindsay's going to show you updated grades with how you did on the test. Just know, if you were here earlier this week, you can compare your grade from Wednesday with your grade today, which is Friday. If you haven't taken the test, Lindsay automatically put in a 0% because you have this missing. You have until Wednesday of next week to make it up 4 full points. Why do they have such a short amount of time, Patricia? Because the sooner you make it up, the better you'll do. If you wait more than Wednesday, you probably won't make it up. And if you do, you'll probably do a poo-pooey job because we'll have moved on to our next unit. Patricia, that was very, very helpful. What do we do as our final step? Please take this sheet, the sheet you just did, and staple it to the top of your test. Don't forget to include your name at the top. Somewhere at the top, put your name, the date, and class period. Put that at the top, and you'll staple this to your test packet. Thanks, Patricia. What if I didn't score as well as I wanted to on the test? You can come in and see Lindsay at lunch to do test makeups, but Lindsay won't have a conversation with you unless this Exam 1 score sheet is taped to the front of your test. You must do... Oh, there's a giant cat in the way! Giant cat in the way! You must do this before you can do test corrections. Yay!